got questions for you. Do you got answers, baby? And this might
Hey
feel
guys,
too
welcome back to Feast or Famine with the Youngs.
Where do it go from here?
We're the Youngs.
Why do you have to be weird about it every time?
You gotta change it up.
No, you're literally...
Keep everybody on their toes. See? Shocking.
Do you love someone?
The air is dry
The air is really dry.
and electrifying.
Okay, today's episode is super fun.
Maybe, maybe not.
It's all about Alex.
So feel free to tune out if you feel like that
No,
during that.
no, people want to know who you are.
I don't know if that's true.
That is true, babe. You're interesting.
The most interesting man in the world.
No, I wouldn't say that, but you are interesting.
I don't like Dos Equis.
You don't like what?
Dos Equis.
What is that?
The most interesting man in the world commercials. He drinks Dos Equis.
What is that?
It's a Mexican beer. What? You've never seen those?
No, I've never even heard of that.
I don't always drink beer, but when I do, it's Dos Equis.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about.
How can you make those comments and not know what that is?
What comments?
The most interesting man in the world.
I didn't say that. You did.
No, I did say that. You just called me interesting.
You are interesting.
To you, you married me.
Well, yeah.
You have to say that.
But I think other people find you interesting.
It's a very vague term, too.
Okay.
Could be bad or good.
Anyway, y'all, we have a list of 25 questions. A lot of these were submitted via the gram.
Yeah.
A lot of them are also just random questions just to get to know Alex a little bit better.
Yeah, she needs to get to know me, Tim.
No, y'all do. I know you like the freaking...
Then you should answer these for me.
I could answer all these for you. I know the answer to all these questions without even talking to you about it.
I disagree with that. Maybe?
I know them all.
Okay. Shoot.
That's
Question
a game.
one.
No, that's a game.
Yeah, it's a newlywed game. That's an actual game.
We played that game at my shower, and do you remember that?
I wasn't at your shower.
Okay, but at my bridal shower,
Mm-hmm.
Heather made a list of questions
Yeah, and
about you, and I had to answer them, and you gave a wrong answer on one of them, and I answered it correctly.
Yeah, it was a wrong answer about me.
I know. So she wrote down like a list of questions that I had to answer in regards to like Alex's favorite things or something like that. And Alex wrote down the answers, but I would have to correctly like guess what they were. And you wrote down
It was dessert.
an answer that was wrong,
It was
and
favorite
I got
dessert.
it right.
And I wrote down like ice cream or something.
Yeah, but
And didn't everybody play along too?
I nailed it. Well, people were agreeing with me.
Well, Rob's mom was like, "That's wrong."
I know because of my answer. So like she asked the question, she's like, "What's Alex's number one favorite dessert?" And I said, "Mrs. Cartwright's brownies." And you told Heather ice cream. And when she was like, "Nope, that's wrong," I was like, expletive.
And Rob's mom was actually there.
I was like, that is
And she goes,
it's like, that is some
"That's
bullshit."
wrong.
Yeah. And when Heather said ice cream, I was like, that is not right. And I think I like called you or something. And I was like,
You did.
what's your favorite dessert? And you were like, Mrs. Cartwright's brownies. And I was like, yeah, that's what I said. But you told your sister ice cream. And
I did that last second. I just like scribbled stuff down, so I was under pressure. And I didn't
anyway,
think
you
about
can
it.
tell I'm still very upset about that because it was in a room full of people. And I knew that I was right.
Okay, I was wrong.
Yeah, you were. It was so weird. Okay, anyway, let's get on to it. Okay,
Okay,
ready?
question 3.
Well, let's just start out with like who you are.
I'm the Youngs. Oh, no, we are the Youngs.
We are the Youngs. What's your full name?
I'm
This
Alex.
is not a part of the Q&A.
I'm not gonna. Somebody's
on.
gonna steal my identity or
Oh,
something.
stop
I'm
it.
Alex Young.
Alex.
I'm Alex Young.
He is Alex Robert Young, and no, it's not Alexander. It's just Alex.
You're gonna give my social security number too?
After Alex P. Keaton, right?
Yeah, but this podcast is probably way too
But isn't Alex
young
P.
of an
Keaton
audience
from
to not know who that is.
Isn't he from Back to the Future?
Alex P. Keaton isn't. The actor who played Alex P. Keaton is.
Okay.
Alex P. Keaton is a character in the Wonder Years that was played by Michael J.
I'm
Fox.
trying to make sure that
who
this-
is in Back to the Future.
Okay. Hold on. Yes. That's the connection I always make with it because that's your favorite movie. That's not one of the questions on here. I had to make sure, but that is your favorite movie.
I thought that was one of the questions.
No.
It's one of my favorite movies.
Okay, here we go. Number 1.
Number 1.
Where are you from?
Right here.
Which is where?
The Young Studio.
He was birthed here.
I was
guys.
birthed here. Full circle.
Full circle. It's a circle. Okay.
I'm from St. Louis.
Awesome.
Born and bred in St.
Born and
Louis.
bred in St. Louis. Okay.
My beard keeps hitting the microphone.
Maybe we should cut it off. Okay. I know you're not going to be able to answer this with one thing, but just do your best, okay? Do your best on most of these because you're not going to be able to give a solid
Why
answer.
would you ask me
You're not going to
these?
be able to give a solid answer on most of these because you're going to be like, oh, it's hard to choose. Meh. So,
Quit making fun of me.
okay, what's your favorite band?
It's hard to choose.
Yeah, I know. No drumming.
Sorry. What genre or whatever? So if we're talking like oldies, which I like oldies music, I think Queen is probably my favorite band. Like ever. But like current bands that are actively making music and performing, I like a lot of them, but I think I always lean toward like Need to Breathe or something because I like their music and
They're so good live.
the lyrics that
Yeah,
Bear writes
they're
are
yeah.
just all encompassing, and they put on a really good show.
It impacts your life and your soul and your heart.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
If you were an animal, what would it be?
I actually answered this.
I'm
before this podcast.
I'm like mouthing the answers to them.
I said I'm gonna be. I told you I was gonna answer this and say I would be a monkey lion hybrid, but that's just
That would be
weird.
a really ugly animal.
I would be an animal that can morph between the two things.
Okay, why those two animals?
I don't know. I just like monkeys. Just always liked.
Well, your
monkeys.
mom said that you have monkey toes when you were born.
I still have monkey toes.
You do.
Not like opposable thumbs on my foot, but there is a picture of us in Florida though. Do you remember those? I think Annalise took them. And
Our toes are in the sand.
our toes were like we're walking in the sand barefoot, and the way my foot is like,
Your toes are like curled under.
it looks like I have like an actual monkey foot. Like I look like I have an opposable thumb on my foot
Gross.
in that picture.
I think you need to take your shoes off and show the
I'm
camera.
not
what
taking
you
my
look
shoes off.
like. Do not text. He's checking his text.
I'm making
guys.
sure the shoveler guy isn't here.
Okay.
We're getting our.
Why the lion? That's just your favorite animal in
It's
general.
my favorite animal. It's
Yeah.
the king of the jungle. The king of the jungle. Yes.
Yeah, until the female decides that they don't want them to be the king anymore and they gang up and kill him.
Well, you haven't killed me yet, so far so good.
That's a true fact, y'all. Okay.
We just talked about that. the
Yeah, we
other day.
did. Okay, describe your dream vacation and where would it be? What are you doing? Where would it be?
Okay, before I decide where this is, my dream vacation is me literally doing nothing.
Yeah.
Zero plans. I just sleep however long I want to sleep. I wake up, mosey about getting ready, and then figure out what I want to do.
Okay.
That's a vacation.
Real quick. Put in the comments, please, if you agree with this or if you're like a detail oriented. Today we're doing this, 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 and this, and tomorrow we're doing this, 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 and this. I feel like I'm a mix of the two. This is not about me. So I'm a mix of the two, but he is literally a vegetable.
So I can actually go into why I think, because I know why that's a thing for me.
Okay.
Because I am always on, 100% of the time.
That's true.
My brain is always working and going through lists and planning and organizing just things that I need to do or want to do or whatever, that when I'm able to go on vacation, I want to literally do nothing and turn my brain off. And doing...
But the thing is that even when we do that, you're like, hey, I have this idea.
That's why I need a vacation, so I can reset and be able to come up with better ideas. And sometimes it happens on vacation. There's a reason. So let's see. I hate this. I don't want to say I hate the snow because that Colorado wedding we did in the snow was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But snow in Colorado was way different than snow in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where would it be? Like when you think of doing nothing, where are you doing nothing at? What's visually appealing to you to look
I like
at?
to say the beach, but I'm not really like a beach person. Probably like a lake house somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a huge lake house.
Like a bougie.
Like a bougie lake house
Yeah.
with a giant dock with like 4 different boats that I can pick from and jet skis, and there's a bar on the dock.
Okay.
And I can wake up and do whatever I want. And the weather's like decent. It's not overly hot, but it's hot enough to go on the lake.
So like 85, 90?
Or higher, but only higher in a sense of me wanting to get in the lake. If I'm not in the lake, then it's like 85, 90.
Okay.
I think that's the answer.
Okay.
That could change tomorrow, but
It literally could. Okay, number 5.
wait, we're already at number 5?
Yeah, it's going quick.
Jeez. Okay, go
We
ahead.
have 25 of these.
This is going to be a long podcast.
Yeah, biggest fear. And by the way, any of these questions can be as surface level or as deep as you would like.
Surface level, I think, like, I don't want to say failure because I'm not really afraid to fail because I welcome that. That's kind of my thing. Not failing, but like
You accept it
I
because it helps
accept
you
it
grow.
because yeah. Honestly, probably based on the last 5-ish years, probably losing my parents.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
next question.
You're like, you're going to get teared up. I can see it in your face. Okay. What would you be doing if you weren't doing this? If you weren't a business owner for a photography, videography company, what would
I'd
you
be a
doing?
business owner for something. So, okay, so have I
That answer surprises me.
dipped my toes into running a business at all?
If tomorrow the Lord was like, Alex, you can't do this job anymore. Pick something else.
I'd probably find something else to do as far as like that I could still be in control of like a business in general. So like real estate or e-commerce.
What did you
or-
want to do before you were a business owner?
I don't remember.
Well,
There were like 17 things.
Yeah, you talked about going into the fire academy.
I've talked about that several times, but that probably wouldn't be where I go. I would go, worst came to worst, I would do that.
Yeah.
I went to school for exercise science. I could always do something with that. Originally, I went to school for engineering for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Probably wouldn't want to do that just based on the reason I got out of it was because it's more of a desk job than what
Right.
I initially anticipated.
Yeah.
I didn't go to law school, so I wouldn't be able to be a lawyer.
Sure have the debt for it, though.
I do not. Not
just
anymore.
I'm just kidding. Okay. Are you ready? Or was that
Mhm.
your answer pretty much?
I mean, kind of. I would figure something out. I mean, I'd be fine, I think.
Okay. All right. This is a interesting one. You can take this like wherever you choose.
Okay.
What is the most beautiful thing in the world to you?
That's a loaded question.
That's a deep question. Philosophical.
Witnessing a person realize that they are actively doing what they were meant to do in life.
Have you seen that happen?
I have seen that happen.
Babe, that's dope. Who are you thinking of right now?
Me.
Babe, who else?
Um,
I'm thinking of one.
Chris.
Yeah. And your dad, probably.
Well, I mean, I wasn't
didn't
there,
we didn't get to witness that.
but I don't even know if that's. I mean, I have seen that, but it's not really related to what he does for a living.
Your dad?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when he works with like Service International or helps with Steve do some project for somebody that can't afford it.
Yeah.
So they do it for them.
Right. Just serving people.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay, who's your hero?
Probably my dad.
Who inspires you? Work-wise, let's keep it simple.
Work-wise, like who? Like what kind
Like
of?
videography or like entrepreneurial-wise in general.
Videography-wise, who does? It's different because I'm inspired by different people in different ways.
Okay, just list a couple.
So like,
What did I say, guys? He's not going to be able to just
I
give an
can't
answer.
just because there's so
I
many
know, I
different like
understand.
avenues. So like business mindset, like ideas. Gary Vee's really good because he talks a lot about like being an empathetic business owner, and that's how he kind of grew up.
Yeah.
And he applied that to his businesses, and now he's hugely successful, and people love working for him.
Yeah, I freaking love Gary Vee.
There's several videographers I am inspired by, but that's more for like the creative avenues of video in general.
Who inspires you just like in life in general?
I mean, we brought it up a minute ago. Chris kind of does.
Yeah.
Just because like
Chris is his brother.
Chris is my older brother. He took a shit hand, like legitimately a shitty hand.
Yeah.
And which also goes hand in hand with seeing somebody realize that this is what they're meant to do. Mm-hmm. He took a shit hand and completely did a 180 on life, and now he is extremely successful.
Yeah. That's awesome.
In what he's at, and he's happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay.
It's mundane almost, like, because it's not like he's like this crazy successful millionaire or whatever, but like
doesn't matter.
He's happy, and he completely took a shit hand, like I said, 17 times now, and changed it.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be this like crazy. It can be whoever, you know? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Next.
What is your perfect meal?
Ooh.
I already know, like,
Definitely
2
a
things.
steak.
Yep.
Okay, so let's, for starters, dessert has to be perfect.
Okay.
I'm not picky 100% on what the dessert is.
But it has to be perfect.
It has to be perfect. Mm-hmm. The meal can be won or lost by dessert.
See, yeah, I'm not that way. But
Because,
anyway, go ahead.
I mean, you had this huge, great meal, and then dessert sucks, and you're just like, it's the last thing you remember.
Damn, that was the worst way to end it.
And my grandpa
totally
used
get
to
that.
always say, always start with dessert, because if the Lord was going to take you before you finished your meal, at least you had the best part of the meal first, and you can die happy.
Okay, tell us what your perfect meal is, babe.
Some sort of seafood appetizer like shrimp cocktail or oysters or whatever. Fresh, very fresh. Probably a steak, ribeye. I would take a filet if it's cooked, if it's the right seasoning. Mm-hmm. A really good mac and cheese, and a really good mashed potato.
Okay. And what would be your dessert?
Some sort of cheese, like an Oreo cheesecake.
Really? I was going to say like a brownie with a scoop of ice cream.
Or a brownie with a
skillet
scoop of ice
cookie.
cream. Or a brownie cheesecake.
Oh.
Or a dulce de leche cheesecake.
Yeah, you love dulce de leche.
Or just cheesecake. Just a variety
What about a
pack.
cocktail to start out?
Manhattan.
Up.
Yeah. If you put ice on a Manhattan, you need to not drink Manhattans anymore.
Okay. What's your dream car?
Dream car. I don't just have one.
Okay. What's your dream race car?
Race car.
Foreign race car.
Foreign race car.
I know I had to get very specific.
Um,
And then we'll go American Muscle.
I would say either some sort of McLaren. No. I've been really liking the Porsche GT4s,
Okay.
but I don't know if that would be my answer. Maybe a Ferrari, probably.
Really?
Probably, because
That's real basic.
it is basic, but how many people do you know that own a Ferrari? Like a new Ferrari.
Well, okay.
If you see a Ferrari driving on the road, you're always like,
Damn, that's a Ferrari.
oh, damn, that's a Ferrari.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lime green one in St. Louis. It's so ugly.
It is. No, you're thinking of a Lamborghini.
Oh, I am thinking
That's a
Lamborghini.
Lamborghini.
Yes, I am thinking Lamborghini. You're right.
Because last year he drove it in the snow.
I know. I remember that. I was like, what the hell are you doing? I that sure as shit is not your daily driver. What are you doing with that car out here?
I mean, you buy him to drive him.
Not in the snow.
You buy him to drive him.
My thought was like he has somewhere to be and he has to take that car like
Yeah, maybe.
for like an appointment or
Okay,
something.
so
Anyway.
then American muscle car would probably be 69 Camaro.
Okay. Okay, what's one thing on your bucket list? What's one thing on your bucket list?
I want to. I don't know if I've ever told you this. I want to drive a top fuel dragster one time, just one take, like
Okay.
5 to 7 second drive,
How fast does it go?
like 200 and something miles an hour.
Ooh, I wanna go.
In a quarter mile, it hits 200 and something miles an hour.
Wow.
I have like a post that I share every time it comes up in my memories, and it's like all these like things that happen, like how many G-forces and how much horsepower and like what happens on the engine. Like they have to completely rebuild the engine between every quarter mile run
That's crazy.
because it fries everything.
Oh, jeez.
And you're hitting 200 plus miles an hour and hitting the quarter mile in under 7 seconds. I want to do that once just because
Yeah, that sounds cool.
that's like blasting off in a rocket ship to
Yeah,
space,
for sure.
like what the freaking billionaires have been doing. I just want to do this on land.
Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
What has been your favorite concert you've attended?
Probably any of the all-time low concerts that we went to, just because we get to hang with them backstage.
Yeah, I miss those.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Favorite memory from your childhood?
A lot of memories just in general, like of going to my grandparents' house and swimming in their pool,
Yeah.
just like
With like your whole family?
with family, with my siblings, with, hey, me and so-and-so are coming and swimming, is that okay? And friends would just go and swim at the pool, and yeah, something like that.
Okay.
Probably that.
Cool. Okay. Pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
Absolutely.
What else goes on your pizza?
Banana peppers and ham. Because you got the sweet, the savory, and the spicy, and the salty.
Yep.
That's a flavor profile right there.
Oh, shoot. This one is on here. What's your favorite movie?
Oh, Back to the Future is one
My
of my
bad.
favorite
I
movies.
ruined that one, y'all.
Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
What other movie do I watch all the time?
Harry Potter.
Well, we watch Harry Potter all the time. I get like put under the gun and under the pressure, and I can't think. I can't answer the question. Back to the Future is probably one of my favorite movies for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Okay. What does success mean to you?
Like, how do I know if I'm successful? Or what is success in general?
In general. I mean, it could be for you or...
I mean, I think it depends on what your why is. If you're able to achieve the reason why you are doing what you're doing, then you're successful at whatever you're doing. Like if I set out to do something to buy a car and I buy the car, then I'm successful at doing that because my goal was to buy the car.
Mm-hmm.
So if you reach your goals, you were successful.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I feel like people have this picture of success of what they don't have or becoming rich or whatever, but it's just as simple as if you reach the goals that you set out to accomplish, whatever that is, then that is success because you have successfully reached your goals.
Cool. I like that. Okay. What drives you in life?
Cars.
Quite literally.
You drive me crazy sometimes.
Okay.
I beat you to it.
What drives you in life, babe? What drives you to get up and do the things that you do every day?
I like challenge for one, but that's not what drives me. Probably getting to the point of being successful and reaching the goals that I have set out to reach. I mean, just wanting to get there drives me to get there.
Why do you want to get there?
Because of what my why is. And my why, we've talked about this. Even on here, we've talked about this. I want to be able to support my family. Mm-hmm. Not just us, but like everyone in my family that struggles or whatever at some point in time, or maybe they don't live in an area that they really love. I want to be able to just give them those things that they don't have.
Yeah.
And me wanting to do that is what drives me to run toward that.
Yeah. I like that. Okay.
Was that it?
Yeah.
That's
No. We still have several more. What's your favorite part of a wedding day?
Favorite specific, like as far as like from getting ready to leaving.
Yeah, like what's your favorite part to shoot?
To shoot, probably reception dancing.
Really?
I think so.
Just because there's like no pressure.
No pressure, and depending on the DJ setup and the room setup, and I can just get super creative with my shots.
Awesome. All right, what's your favorite pastime?
That I don't make money with.
Yeah.
Because
I know
I have this whole thing with hobbies where I end up
making money from
it.
Like drumming.
Like music was a hobby, and now I make money doing that. Video was a hobby, and now I make money doing that. Probably tinkering
with like the cars.
Cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, it costs me more than it.
Don't I know it? Don't I know it?
It's an expensive hobby.
Yeah.
But probably cars, yeah.
Okay, what's your biggest pet peeve?
You asked me this question on the way here, and I was trying to figure out what it was. In the moment, I can tell you all of the pet peeves.
I know one of them.
What's one of them?
You're supposed to answer them.
When somebody is over my shoulder working while I'm trying to work, like just, even if they're not saying or
micromanage. Well, then that's not
even if they're not micromanaging, not even saying anything.
They're just like watching.
They're
you
just
work.
literally watching me.
Yeah.
I freaking hate that.
I do that.
You do that. Sean has walked like past my office and like just stood at the doorway, and I'm like, bro, come on, do you need something?
Okay.
It's.
I was gonna say.
It distracts me.
Do you know what I was gonna say?
No.
Washing off dishes.
Yeah, I hate that. When you don't wash off dishes. If I'm going to do dishes and the plates and stuff have not been rinsed off at least, because then it gets dry and crusty, and then you got to scrub it, and it just makes dishes even worse than they already are.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
Feel guilty?
No, I do not. What's the most memorable lesson your parents have taught you?
Actual like lesson as far as what they've actually said to me.
It could like what?
I've got two answers for this.
Okay, go ahead. Go
so
for
as far as like physical, like lessons that were actually told.
Yeah.
And given probably was to not quit something until you've seen it all the way through.
Okay.
So if like I'm in the middle of doing something and it's going horribly, don't quit until I've seen it through.
That was with the sport though.
It came from sports originally when we were little, but it kind of progressed into more.
For sure. In
that you don't know how it's going to end up for that moment, for whatever you're doing at that time. So if you quit, you'll never see where it would end up.
Yeah.
But at least if you finish,
you can
say you finish it and decide if you want to even do it again or not. Mm-hmm. And most of the times I'm like, yeah, it wasn't that bad, so let's do it again.
Yeah.
More recently, I've learned to live in the moment with family and the ones we love, and not take anything for granted. So, like, for instance, I haven't been on Instagram much in the last, like, year and a half.
Yeah.
Which I need to get better at that, just for us and the business and everything. But I even, like, don't even post, like, birthdays and stuff like that hardly anymore, because I actually, like, just go to the person.
Yeah, you're intentional.
And I'm intentional about it, because I feel like that goes a lot further than just posting on Facebook and happy birthday. Because are you saying happy birthday to them for them? Or are you saying happy birthday so that everybody knows that you said happy birthday to them?
Yeah, that's true.
Because,
that's true.
I mean, how many people tell you happy birthday that you literally never talk to?
Right. Because of Facebook.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, what impression do you think you give when you first meet someone?
I think everybody that meets me for the first time thinks I'm an asshole.
But you are, like, so far from that.
But the people, I think I'm such an intense personality. Like, my personality is very intense.
Yeah, it is.
And I feel like because of my life experiences, I can easily find some sort of commonality pretty quickly when I'm talking to somebody for the first time.
That is so true, actually. You're like, when someone asks me about you, I call you Jack. His name's Alex, but we call him Jack because he's the jack of all trades. You really are so, like, just well-versed in life and, like, so many different things in the world. You can pretty much come up with a commonality between you and any person.
But not only that, I know how to find that thing
Yeah.
when I'm talking to somebody for the first time.
Yeah.
And
You're really good at connecting with people. It's just
when I do, it's just like, if you're not ready for that or not like similar to me in that way, you could take that as like pushing and just overbearingness. Is that a word?
I think also, if I could add a little bit to this, I think also your facial expressions are a little off-putting.
I have RBF.
So do I. Yeah, I'm
I
not
have
like calling you out
RBF.
for that, but we both do. Like,
I have
real
like
bad.
real bad RBF.
So to get to that point, I feel like for some people it's kind of hard because maybe you come off a little unapproachable.
Whoops.
But you totally are not, though. You know.
Yeah, I'm like the least serious person you'll ever meet.
This is so true. This is so true.
For real though.
Yeah.
I don't take life too seriously.
You do, but
I take things seriously that need to be taken seriously,
yeah.
but I don't stew over things that don't need to be taken too seriously because
Yeah.
it's not worth my energy.
Guys, when we get into an argument, this is something that we've had to like work on in our marriage. When we get into an argument, he will be over it in 5 seconds and want to talk about the next thing.
Because it's not worth it.
But I need a minute.
Because most of the time we argue, it's over stupid things.
For sure. But like I still need like a moment, and he'll be like, "Oh, what do you want to do?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'll be like, "Shh, don't talk to me." I need a moment. So like, yeah, you are just not super serious about most things.
I wouldn't. Okay, and that aspect, that explanation just now, did not make that sound like a good thing.
I don't think so.
You don't take things seriously.
I mean, you do when it needs to be taken seriously, but in general, I
Like
mean,
when
you're
we
like,
argue about something stupid, I'm over it because I realize how stupid it
yeah,
was.
for sure, and that's what I'm saying.
And it's not worth putting energy toward.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 All right. This is the last one.
Okay.
What are you most thankful for?
You.
Aw. Thanks, babe. For real.
For real though, I really literally wouldn't be where we are without you. I wouldn't be where I am right now without you.
You're so sweet.
I'm not just saying that for the camera either.
I think he is, actually.
No. We wouldn't have this if it weren't for you. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you.
Well, same.
Because you started this business.
Yeah, but you are the one who told me to.
True. You're the one that made me do weddings.
This is true.
Yes, because I didn't really want to at first. We've talked about that too.
For sure. But thank you.
Anyway, that's a longer podcast than anybody's probably going to listen to for this one.
That's not true. But that's it, guys. Now you know more about Alex.
Ask me more questions.
What's your favorite color?
I like this color,
Maroon.
maroon, and I like blue. I like red. I like a lot of colors.
Yeah.
Again, it depends on what it's for.
If it's a car, probably red.
Or
Except
black.
we never will own a red car.
That's not true.
Oh, gosh.
Black
Unless
cars
it's a
are great,
C8
too.
Corvette, I don't think we'll ever own a red car.
Black cars are great too. A Ferrari. Or
Black always, yes.
A red Ferrari. No, it's got to be a black Ferrari
Yes.
with Ferrari red calipers and accents.
Okay, anyway, we could go on forever on this. So that's it. Now you guys know Alex a little bit better.
Ask me more questions.
Asking all them questions. Asking all them questions.
Making statements.
Assuming? All right, guys.
That's a great video.
All right, that's it. This was a fun one. The next one is all about me.
Yep. So you'll probably not even get to this point in this video because you'll be like, boring. And then want to go see
It's
her.
not boring.
No, it's not. I am.
You are not. Stop being so hard on yourself. Seriously.
If you think I'm boring,
Oh,
hit
no.
the thumbs down.
Okay, guys.
If you
We
think
will
I'm not
see you on
boring,
the
hit the
next
thumbs
one. Love
up.
you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Peace.